Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New music. So fine. Kurt Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's up? This is your man, the shirtless wonder, Abdul, and I am with my man's right over here, Will, I'm not going to say eggplant Kramer. What's up, Will? How you doing today, bro?
What's going on? Happy Wednesday. We're back to Wednesday nights.
Oh, yeah, baby. I am hyped. Do you know why I'm hyped, Will?
Because of another win?
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, boy. We got another win, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you can see, my man, Sean, is not here. He's having some technical difficulties and everything like that, but he will be back, ladies and gentlemen. He's feeling better. He's feeling hype, and he's ready to go. Because why? Washington is playing some meaningful football. And he is ready to get it popping on this show and talk about it. So, look, honestly, I'm not even going to delay anymore. I'm a little bit better at working these controls. And Will's going to help me out in case I mess up again. Okay? So, let's get it on and popping. First off, let's get that out the way. And then, Will, I'm going to let you start off. So, just like I said earlier, we won. I even predicted a win. I wasn't pessimistic at all either. It's like, yeah, we're going to win. It was a little bit tighter than I really thought it was going to be. But, hey, it happened, man. We won. We beat them. We beat them on primetime. And it like, honestly, they usually whip our butts, man. Tell me what you're thinking, Will.
I couldn't have been happier with what happened on Monday night. Not just the fact of a win, the fact that for the first time in like Washington's history since Dan Snyder's owned the team, we came out to play. We didn't come out and lay an egg at the first quarter and just look flat the way we always did under Jay Gruden. You know, Rivera had the guys ready to go. We had a game plan. We were moving the ball. And the score is not indicative of how the game actually went. Because you could look at that and say 17-15, your defensive battle, not a lot of points scored, close game. It was not a close game the entire time. And we were in control the entire time. In fact, as we get to a little bit more, I was almost frustrated during the game, like, why are we not putting this away? Because Seattle was not good, on Monday. And we were clearly the better team. But I'm so happy we got over that. I think we're like 2-17 in our last couple Monday night games. We've got a really bad primetime record. This new coaching staff has taken over, so I loved it. And I want to hear from you about the fan experience since you got a chance to now go 2-0 at FedEx Field. So tell us, what was it like in the stands?
So my man, it was awesome. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, the seats were so good, guys. Like, honestly, again, props to my man Eric for holding it down and hooking me up. But this was a fan experience, man. Honestly, if every fan had the experience I had, I think we would have a packed house every single time. Not to mention, I mean, there was like some Seattle fans here and there, but it was nothing compared to what we were bringing to the table. We were overhyped. It was loud. It was like a bunch of high fives. I'm trying to tell you, I was hugging people that I didn't even know their name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like I was trying to tell you, like, it was awesome, man. Like, we were hyped, jumping up and down. I got a workout, man. I left the game sweating. And it was cold as a bitch, Will. Will, it was cold. It was cold as hell. But I was like, I'm trying to tell you, I was sweating. And guess what, Will? I'm going to tell you something, bro. I'm going to tell you something. You know what we said after we won that game? We want Dallas.
Yeah.
We want Dallas. We want Dallas. We were hyped, bro. I mean, again, like just like you said, the score did not really tell it. Like we controlled the ball, we controlled the time. Honestly, we'll get more into it, but I think that's our new game plan, bro. I really do. I think that's our game, but like just controlling the time on the clock and honestly just letting our legs do the work. And then defense here and there, as long as they show up when they need to, we gonna cause some trouble, boy.
Dude, I love hearing that you had a good experience because, I mean, that's what FedEx is known for, people just kind of walking out angry that I wasted how much money on this? I wasted how much time on this? You know, and they're talking about culture change. They're talking about trying to change the culture within the building, but it's a culture change within the whole stadium. And do fans want to go to the game? Can you put a good product on the field that's going to make us come back, spend our hard-earned money to go to a game like that, to show up on a Monday night when it's cold, it's nighttime, you know, and if you're used to losses, you're not going to do it. So the fact that they won a Monday night game last year, we won a Monday night game this year, I think that's a lot to be positive about, and I think it's encouraging. And I think we did see that the team is fired up about this too, which is going to be good. So I loved hearing that you had a good experience.
And not only like coming out on a Monday, but you know, this is a DC area, bro. Like people gotta work the next morning, bro. Like, come on, man. Like they don't want to go out on a Monday night and potentially not show up for their job the next day on a loss and an unmotivational loss. It'd be one thing if we were in the game, but we're usually like done by like the second quarter. Like you could already tell how the game is going and how we're just going to be like, oh man, this sucks. And you just wasted money, time, like probably your nerves for driving in that traffic just to get to the stadium. Like, like you wasted all that just to get pissed off all over again. Like it's like, but it was the experience of it. Like it was worth it. I'm trying to tell you, even going through all that traffic, it was worth it. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I will do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like I will go there again.
You talk about, you know, Monday night, everyone have to work. I mean, if you see me yawning, it's because I still haven't recovered from that Monday night. I've been drinking a lot of coffee Tuesday, a lot of coffee Wednesday, but I'm still tired. So you're not kidding.
I was dragging the next day, bro. Like I was like, and I work from home. Like I work
me
from
too.
Home.
Yeah.
I was like, work again? Damn.
I know.
But not only was the team motivated, Will, guess who else was motivated? And we were really upset because he never has any emotion in his face. Guess who else?
Yeah, that was us too. That's what we were saying too. Yeah, I saw it first quarter maybe. Some of the guys came on. They made a defensive play, and he went running out there and started, high-fiving the guys and kind of yelling. I was like, "Oh, Rod's showing a little bit of emotion here." And then we certainly saw it there at the very end there. That video was awesome.
Bro, awesome. I'm just sometimes that's needed. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like I understand not showing your emotions, like if it's like we're playing like shit, but sometimes like when we're doing something right, that's when that energy is needed, boy. Oh my gosh, there's nothing more motivating than seeing your coach just as hyped for you doing a good play. Like,
Yeah.
you did a good job. And, it's just as similar as like a parent seeing their child do a good play, and the child sees their parent up in the stands just like losing their mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is very similar to that. And that's awesome, man. Honestly, Ron Rivera, keep that shit up, boy.
Yep,
That's what I want to see every day, bro.
Give me that fire. Show me that more often.
I need it as a fan.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm sorry. I get so like we talk about Ron and his fireness and everything like that, and we've talked last week, and we brought up Taylor Heineke and my critique of the man. And I tell you the truth, he is learning and he's doing better every week. It may not show in these stats. Don't let the stats fool you, please. He threw over 30 times. That's 27 for 35. That's 80%, something like that.
That's efficient.
That's good. Okay. And the interception, I don't even remember the interception. Will, do you remember it?
Mm-hmm.
When and where?
It was bad. It was that deep throw to Logan Thomas. It bounced off his hands, and then the safety, I think Jamal Adams caught it. But there were some people saying, well, it hit him in the hands. It might have hit our tight end in the hands. The throw was late. By the time the ball got there, he really tried to force that thing in there. It was not a good decision by him.
And so it just to go where I'm saying, he's still learning, guys.
Yeah.
This is his audition to see if he lasts in DC longer than this year. And he's still learning. I think he's learning every game, guys. And honestly, this wasn't as good of a game as last week, but guys, this was a damn good job still. He didn't make any mistakes that was going to crush us. So I'll tell you the truth. I'm Heineke's biggest critic, and honestly, I'm not too mad at this performance. I still think, just like Will said, trying to fit the ball in places. He's trying to be too slick sometimes, and I don't like that. Just calm your ass down. Do these little 5-yard dumps real quick. You got Logan Thomas back, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing that now. You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to be cute and honestly do what you can. And when it's necessary, when it's when the time is called for it, then you throw it down the field. F it, Terry's down there somewhere. Play. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What you think, Will?
Yeah, so of the three of us, I am by far Heineke's biggest fan. You're his biggest critic. I'm his biggest fan. But there were times on Monday where I found myself getting a little frustrated. I did not like on our very first drive the throw he made to Terry McLaurin, where he was late, he was high, and he was behind him. And McLaurin tried to jump, and the ball bounced up in the air. I just felt like it was just being forced. And I didn't like that, and that could have caused some issues. I didn't like the throw he made, down there that got intercepted. I just felt he was forcing it. And then there was a throw to the sidelines where he just lobbed it in there, and the corner broke on it and knocked it down. He really wasn't putting anything on it. And the broadcast actually talked about it a little bit. But I got to tell you, that broadcast, they were all about Taylor Heineke. And what is he doing, and how is he showing that he can be the starter and whatnot? And I think you look at the numbers there, that's very efficient. But also look at the yards. 27 completions and only 223 yards. He's not having to throw the ball very far down the field. Our offense is not big play explosive right now. We are methodical, whether we're running or whether we're throwing it. We're not that much of a, we're not a deep threat at all right now. I didn't like that one bomb to Terry, but I don't actually blame Heineke on that. I actually didn't sure what I think Terry, mistimed his jumps. But other than that throw, everything it's underneath. It's short. It's our offense from last year, and he's running it. He does a better job than Alex Smith because he's more mobile. And so I agree with you. he's getting better. I still just think he needs to be careful with some of those risks that he takes. But the thing about him is with the risks also come his rewards, and he gets fired up when the game gets close. He gets fired up when people are talking smack to him. You think back to the week before at Carolina when he got hit in the head and he jumped up in the guy's face. Monday Night Football, he's hyped up, and so there is something about, they continue to talk about the players feed off that, and he really is. And Ron's big on leadership from his quarterback, and he's got that. He's got the command of the team. He's got, the leadership there. So, I do agree we just got to keep watching him. Every time I'm like, please just stop trying to force the ball. Stop trying to be a hero. Just take what's in front of you.
I don't disagree with anything you said. In fact, you kind of sound like me 2 weeks ago. So,
I know.
I've been saying that from jump.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thanks for catching up with me, bro.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Nah, you are absolutely right. He does he actually forces things, and you can see it. His throws are labored and everything like that. I like it when he is setting up the deep ball. There was no setting it up so much this time. And that's like, I liked it before. Like, it was dump, 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 dump. And then once they start to settle, once their feet start to settle and they start coming up, that's when you throw the deep ball. And this game, and that means the play calling is off too. So that means it's a knock on their offensive coordinator again. You know what I'm saying? But just like you said before, like when we were talking, Seattle's not a world beater. You know what I'm saying? If we go against world beaters, this wouldn't have played out the same. And you really have to have like a rhythm, a rhyme when you do these play calls. I've been saying it before, and I'll keep saying it until they listen to me. There needs to be a rhyme or reason when you do play calls. So y'all, Washington, do better, please, please, please. Because we going against a better defense next week.
Yes.
Excuse me. Sorry. So you guys can't be like, we were able, like, our mistakes didn't hurt us this game. Our mistakes could hurt us next game.
Yeah.
And we played close to flawless football against Tampa Bay and Carolina. This game, we kind of was making mistakes, and honestly, it didn't hurt us because we won the game. But we can't do this against better teams. We really can't.
Right. We can't overcome our mistakes right now. Like you said, we have to play perfect football right now. And I think we may be seeing some of the tide changing with some of these players we're getting back. And that's my concern, like for Heineke and some of those plays. It was early in the game, because the last thing we can do is put ourselves in a hole. Because if you notice, these last couple games, we're running the ball more because we have leads. And when you have the lead, you can do that. We're not having to play from behind and keep throwing and throwing and throwing. And so that's where it's like, I need him in the beginning of the game to stay within himself, and not try and, do too much.
Sometimes when you get that energy, boy, you gotta let that shit out, Will.
Oh, and he did. He does. He does, especially on Monday night. He was as hyped as we were.
Right. All right, we got some questions. You want to answer some questions real quick,
Yeah,
Will?
let's do that. Yeah.
All right. So this is from John Lenny, who he says, who should get more targets with Mckissic hurt?
I think you're looking at the two guys who just came back. I think you're going to see Logan Thomas get the ball more. Looks like they're going to bring in Curtis Samuel a little bit more, and I think you're going to see Anthony Gibson going to 3 down back a lot more often. What do you think?
I'm going to tell you, I think it's Mckissic. You pay attention to the latest injury report, and Mckissic is questionable. So if Mckissic is still in the game, he's going to play. I mean, if he's available, he's going to play. and especially this is his contract year. So he's going for a new contract. Honestly, he's in line to get some money next year.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you
Let's
know what
hope
I'm
it's
saying?
here.
So if he's able to work, he's going to work. So Mckissick is the guy still. So I know he got carted off and everything like that. I don't even know what his injury really was. You couldn't tell. What did they say? Do you know what they said his injury was?
I assumed concussion, but apparently it's come out and they said neck. And so that's why if he can't play, I don't know. He didn't practice today. So I don't know what that means on what his recovery would be.
Yeah.
I assumed concussion too, because it just kind of seemed like where he got hit and he was just like they were taking their precautions with him.
But he like went, so I was at the game and I was just like, he's down. And I even remember going through the process. I'm like, it's not a concussion, it's not his leg. And like with concussion, you would think that they would hold him down, but he was still moving.
Yeah, he sat up.
Yeah, he got up and walked onto the cart. You get what I'm saying? So we were definitely confused on what the issue was.
Yeah.
And you say his neck. He kind of was turning his neck around when he was being carted off. So I don't know,
Let's hope it's nothing. Let's hope it's nothing and he's back, because we need him.
Yes, I think the threat, so we have Antonio Gibson, but he's a good running back. But I think the threat of Mckissick just to throw something different out there. He's just a different running back. I think that together is a great combo, know?
Yep.
Okay, next question right here. This is from Anton. Barber would be next in line. Barber who?
I think he's messing with us. I'm gonna hope he's messing with us.
Peyton Barber is
still on the Raiders?
Las Vegas now. So next question.
I think he's messing with us.
You think he's clear as concussion?
Yeah, I don't think it's concussion, because I haven't said that yet.
Yeah, they haven't said it. So, and that's pretty automatic when they. If a person gets concussion, they automatically say they got a concussion. They got to go through the protocol.
Yeah.
There was nothing said about concussion or the protocol with him. So, we're not even thinking that right now.
Right.
All right, let's move on. Okay, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Stars of the game.
All right. So next player, Antonio Gibson, 29 carries, 111 yards, 7 receptions, 35 yards. My first thought is that's a hell of a lot of carries for just 100 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like it. 29 carries. What that tells me though is that we controlled the clock massively. If I'm correct, it's 40. It was 40 minutes we took up of the clock, and compared to 20 on their side. So that's because of all these carries we had, and this isn't even Mckissick's carries, or excuse me, this isn't even Mckissick's carries. So again, we took care of the clock, and this is really big clock concerning, but yards per carry average, it comes out to less than 4 yards a carry, and that is not good. That is not good.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think, Will? What is this telling you, man? How do you what do you think of his performance?
I liked it. You're correct in the fact that his yards per carry weren't good, but we were able to control the game. We were pounding it all them. I think I saw where the Seahawks on defense had about 70 plays maybe, and in the last couple of games they hadn't been close to anything like that, so they were tired. So I felt good in the fourth quarter that we're gonna pull this one out. We're gonna just keep running it down their throats, and we're gonna win this. That they're not gonna be able to tackle him, and he's that type of back that in the fourth quarter, with as much as he weighs, how strong he runs, he's hard to tackle, and he was able to continue doing damage. But you're right. I would want to see more yards than he did. Although, and we'll kind of get into it a little bit later on, some of that was because he had a couple third downs where he had to keep smacking right into the defensive line and not really doing much. So that didn't help his stats. But the part I like there actually is the 7 catches. I don't think he dropped any. And one of the things we thought that he was going to be a third down back and come out of the backfield and stuff and not know who's catching the ball, him or Mckissic. And he's kind of struggled in that this year again for a second year in a row. And 7 catches, 35 yards is not a lot, but that kind of fits within our offense. With Gibson, it still is the same thing as before, where on a run or a screen, sometimes like he's got space and you get so hyped about what it's going to turn into, and then he gets tackled by somebody's arm, or he gets tackled, these shoestring tackles that bring him down. And it's like, there was more yards out there. Come on. Like, why does this keep happening? Because you show the ability, the space is there, the play design is there. Like, there's more out there for him.
So, I'm gonna comment on that real quick. So we got him out of Memphis. That's where he came from. So we got him out of Memphis. He was mostly a wide receiver over there. And as a running back, they teach us pick up your feet. Pick up your feet, pick up your feet, pick up your feet. He came over here with wide receiver mentality. And to me, he gets in the moment, and that's when he's just trying to be quick. And that's not necessarily picking up your feet type things. Like, you need to be able to, like, I agree with you. Like, it's just, if we convert you over, then we need to convert you all the way over and get you start feeling that you need, like, when you're in the midst of the jumble, pick up your feet so you don't get tackled with these like shoestring tackles, arm tackles. Like, you're like, get your shoulders back in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and no, like, it's hard to change the way you run. And so this man is just, he just has this mentality of a wide receiver right now when he should be thinking like a running back, Yeah. But we can't be too mad at it. Like, I think he's still to year 2 now, Will. So like it's frustrating, but maybe next year he'll turn that page, he's got he's very, very talented. I think they're trying to make him like just a 3-down back for real. And this is like, honestly, we're just going through those growing pains right now with it.
I agree with that. I do.
My man. Okay. So John Linney just threw out a comment, and it was an article pushed out about 3 hours ago, and it was saying that J.D. Mckissic in concussion protocol.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, he got, if they said neck, he got hit in the head, it would make sense. But that kind of segues really good into talking about him and his game and how he did.
Right. So, like, honestly, thanks for putting that out, John Linney. That was great information, because that's exactly what we're going to talk about next. Is J.D. Mckissic, 7 carries, 30 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 receptions, 26 yards, 1 touchdown. The man was ridiculous. And you know what? This man probably isn't in anybody's fantasy football team. And this is easily 20 points right here. So this is crazy, man. This dude is our second string, our 3rd down back, and he is not getting any respect, Will. What? Tell me about this man, bro.
Yeah, it's just like last year where he had 80 catches. I mean, he fits our offense perfectly. The role they have him do, the plays they have him go out for, sometimes even the handoffs they give him, he just, you said it, he brings another dimension. He's a completely different style than Gibson, and he's such a good player from us. And if you get him out in space, he can outrun guys and make plays. And that's where, he complements our quarterback so well. It's just we're so fortunate that they saw him they brought him on the team because I mean he's such a vital role for our team, and you just got to hope that if he's in concussion protocol, his head can feel better because right now he's an integral part of the team and we need him.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's definitely important to our game, definitely important to what we do every week. So this man is a necessity. And honestly, real talk, just so he's available down the line, I think we might need to sit him this week and just evaluate him to make sure he is 100% for down the road. Sacrifice this, especially against Oakland. Oh, sorry, I said Oakland, Las Vegas.
All right.
Especially against Las Vegas, we need Mckissic for these division games.
Yeah.
This 5 week long division game schedule we got. So honestly, rest his man this week so we can have him during the most important games of the year in the next 5 weeks.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I agree.
Okay. So that's my advice. And just like you said, well, this man is so important to what we do. And we need him back. Honestly, he shows out. And honestly, at the beginning of the year, I said that we were trying to groom Patterson in order to be J.D. McKissick's replacement. I don't think I like that idea so much now, bro. I don't. I think that we got a vibe. There's a vibe. They're with Mckissic in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? He's good at being a third down back. And it's perfect for him. That's a perfect role for him. And he shows out anytime he touches the ball. It's perfect.
Yeah. And I think what we're seeing with Patterson is not that he would ever be groomed to necessarily replace Gibson, but he's a little bit more of that type of runner, where Mckissic is just so different. He's so much quicker. He's a much better pass catcher. He's actually really good in pass protection. He makes some key blocks in there to give Heineke a little bit more time, and that is so important to have. That you're right. I mean, I think he's just a whole nother type of player that we're just very, very fortunate to have.
Another thing about the way he runs, he's patient too. Sean, you know what I'm talking about, bro? Have you seen this dude run? How he takes his time once he gets through these holes, and honestly, it's he's almost seeing the future on these guys, bro. He is able to see where they're about to be and everything like that. It's ridiculous. This dude shows out. I like the way he runs, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay, so question again, Will. Would Mclaren get more targets if JD is out?
I mean, I think. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I don't think Mclaren gets enough targets, but I think part of that is the defense knows, they know who Mclaren is, and so they're we've talked about it all year. They're going to try and keep their eye on him the whole time. And technically, the defense feels like, well, now that Logan Thomas is back, but before that, Mclaren is our only weapon that they're really worried about out there, truly. And McLaurin's the only person who can beat people deep right now. So that, they're already kind of, I think, keeping their eye on him and spying him. So, yeah, I would obviously love if Terry to get more catches. He's the one I trust the most out there. But I think where Logan and Curtis Samuel is and what J.D. Mckissick does is some of that underneath stuff is where they can continue to play as well. And we saw that on Monday night. Curtis Samuel caught a couple screens. He had just a couple. I think he might have had a run. He caught stuff near the line of scrimmage that Mckissick can do. That's kind of where I'm thinking they would take over some of that load for right now.
I don't think Terry McLaurin would get more targets. Terry is our he's pretty much our wide receiver 1, 2, and 3. So
yeah, because why? What? Hey, Sean, where's De'Ami Brown? Does he even put on a uniform?
Where that boy
days?
at?
Where is he at?
Where that boy at? I swear North Carolina was somewhere around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, Terry McLaurin is our wide receiver 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And so to me, I don't think he does a lot of these dump passes, which is a high completion rate for our quarterback, Taylor Heineke. So to me, I don't think it's more target. I think that's more going to be a Curtis Samuel's job. And let's be real. Let's talk about this though. Is we got Curtis Samuels to pretty much play the role that J.D. Mckissic plays now. So it's perfect. And Curtis Samuels is actually getting better, like feeling better right around the same time that Mckissic got hurt. So it's a pretty much segue, like simple segue to put Curtis Samuels in where J.D. Mckissic is and have him play the same deal. You know?
Yep, I agree.
That's why we paid him, is because of how diverse he was from running back to wide receiver. So to me, I think that's exactly where it's going to be at. I think the uptick is going to be Curtis Samuels, not Terry. So that's just what I think.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good point. It's a great point. Like you said, some of that stuff that Mckissic would do, that is what Curtis can do, and that's where he's going to show his speed as athleticism and quickness to get around people. And maybe that's better than having him run a fly pattern right down the and hurting that groin again. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Exactly. Like I know they were on like a pitch count the last game, but we just need to let him do. But part of being a coach is putting him in the best place for them to do the best, and and that is these little dump passes. I think that's what Curtis will excel at. And I keep saying his first name. Samuels will excel at. Put him there, guys, and if they do, guys, watch out, because Samuels does magic once he's put in a good situation and shows out like that. Sean says he takes his time when picking holes. He's talking about Mckissic.
Yep.
He sure does.
You got to post the stuff that he says about De'Ami Brown.
Plus, Mckissic hands are elite. They are definitely elite, Sean. They really are. That boy catches like a wide receiver. It's better than some wide receivers, actually. De'Ami Brown owes this team his check.
Yes. He's not wrong.
All right. He's missing, guys. I sent out an APP for him. I'll let you know if you find him. Plus,
and I mean, seriously, though,
back.
We're busting on him, but this is extremely disappointing that we're getting nothing out of him. I mean, this is our 3rd round pick. I didn't expect to have a 3rd round pick produce the way Terry did, but he didn't have a catch on Monday, right? Did he have a catch the week before? Did he have a catch the week before that? He actually, I did see him in the beginning, but exactly though, he's not even contributing at all. My boy Adam Humphries is making way more plays than this guy, and that's not good for us. That's not the way this team was set up. We needed that fast guy on to be that speed threat, and we're just getting nothing from him.
So I think it's opportunity too, Will. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying, but for whatever reason, whatever wide receiver we draft, we don't give them opportunities to do anything.
Oh, here we go. Now we're going to talk about AGG.
Am I wrong?
Is it opportunity, or is it what are they showing? And that's what we don't know. Is it this is what we don't know as fans. Is it they're not getting an opportunity, or they're not showing that they deserve to be on the field?
And that's very fair. What I'm saying? What are they not doing in practice to like not be put in the game or to be able to actually be on the active roster every week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are these questions, and what can they do to do that? But also, what is Washington not doing to prepare these wide receivers that they drafted and put them in the game? Like, why can't we develop wide receivers?
Yeah.
Like
Well, how could Pittsburgh do it every single year? Who is Deontay Johnson? Okay. Who was he when he came out of college? Who was Antonio Brown when he came out of college? How does Pittsburgh do this every year?
A fifth-round pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
Like what? Like we can't develop quarterbacks. We can't develop wide receivers. Like it just like it that blows my mind. Like how this is not like we don't even use what we have in house. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just we overuse our wide receiver. Like Terry, he'll get like 8 targets while everybody else gets 1 or 2. Like it's obvious that we just prefer who we is at the wide receiver position. We prefer what we know is a for sure thing.
Right. You know, the one with wide receiver that throws me this year, I can't figure out where has Cam Sims been? How does he go from number 2 last year, or number 2 receiver in terms of catches to nothing? You know, like I was encouraged the week before when he caught the touchdown pass in Carolina. I thought, all right, maybe they're starting to get him involved, and that he was nowhere to be seen again on Monday night. I don't get it.
So to me, I thought Cam was hurt for a bit. So, and then working him back into the playing again, that I think that would take some time, especially. But you're right; he should be able to show out once he returns onto the field. But I think that was more Alex Smith's boy instead of Taylor Heineke's. So
I think you're right. I mean, Alex seemed to really trust him out there.
Right, and he showed it like that. But he threw it deep to Cam once.
The one guy he would throw deep to is Cam Sims. And he had to be on the sideline, so either he's catching it or the sideline's catching it.
That's what I like. that's what I like for real, right there. All right, another question. Oh man, I could talk forever with you, Will. Man, what's going on? We have almost 45 minutes, bro.
And we're still on section 1 here. Topic 1. Oops.
Is Taylor Heineke the option long term for Washington? We don't know. We said that early at the beginning of the show. That's from Nate. We just don't know. Like, right. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, he's incomplete, but he deserves every start here on out to continue to evaluate and to see how the season ends up. Because that's what we talked about last week. Is if we're in a situation once again we're picking in the mid-teens or close to 20, then we're not going to get these studs out of college, and you may have to roll with someone like Heineke again because it's going to cost too much to go up, to get a guy unless the Bears. What did the Bears give up like to get Fields? Was it 2 first-rounders?
I think it was 1 first-rounder and a third.
God, which that's not terrible to go up the way they did.
They went up. They went up on the Giants, right? They traded with the Giants.
They the Giants. They went from 20 to like 10 or 11, right?
Oh, okay. It might be 2. So I don't know. I can't call it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's my point is that if we continue to trend the way we're trending, we may be playing our way out of getting a good draft pick, a quarterback, and so then you may be going with him again next year.
Speaking of which, Jamin Davis was showing, like, honestly, he's getting better every week also. So I just I wanted to put that out there too. Like, I was almost about to throw the whole player away a few weeks ago, but he's getting better too. He's getting more playing time, and honestly, that's all I can ask for from a rookie too.
So on the broadcast they talked about him, and your favorite defensive coordinator Del Rio was hyping him, and what he was saying is basically kind of what we had been suspecting is he's still learning and everything's in his head, and he basically said if he can recognize what he has to do, he's extremely fast to the ball, but he's just so much in his head trying to figure out where he needs to go that it's slowing his reaction times, and he, like a Heineke, he just needs to play more. He needs to see more to know, what's coming.
I don't disagree with you at all. Like, we just thought he would be like automatically good, automatically starter and everything like that. But sometimes, guys, these players just need to get in and develop. And honestly, just as you get that experience in year one, then watch out year two. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Post what Sean said next.
Oh, Sean. Okay. John Bates needs his targets to increase. I know that far-fetched with Thomas back, but I'm starting to like Bates' contributions.
Dude is sure-handed. You're not going to get any yak, but he's sure-handed. He's going to catch the ball.
Just you know what I'm saying? Like Bates is like I like if they could do like a 2 tight end package with Bates, I'd be happy with that. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I think Bates is kind of just Cameron Brate.
Yeah.
I think he's like more like that, and I want to see more of a like OJ Howard.
Yeah, that's not him.
Type thing. At least become Gronk. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're that damn big, be Gronk, bro. That's all.
Gronk's like an out-of-world athlete.
He is.
Dude's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't lying. You're right. I want to see. I didn't like the pick for John Bates. I really didn't. I was calling for another tight end at that moment, but because like they were just like he only had like 5 catches in college or something dumb, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. No one knew who he was when they drafted him, huh? It's like the Washington football team selects like so and so tight end, and we're like, who?
I remember being so mad about that, bro.
Yes, you were, because they still had Brevin Jordan on, who I think I saw. I don't know who he's with, but he might have had a touchdown catch this week, or at least he made a play or something. But it was that's who everyone was like, well, what about this guy still available? Why are we getting him? Yeah, coaches kind of knew what they were doing.
See,
what if John Bates can turn into like the next Chris Cooley? Would you accept that?
Yeah, I'd accept that because Chris Cooley was like a part of the offense. You know what I'm saying? Like like honestly, you had to account for him. But just this role, like a guy that stands there, just an extra blocker. Yeah, that's good on some plays, but I think the threat of having another pass catcher at tight end is the way to go. I think that's why I set our fantasy football league with 2 tight ends, because I think that's the way it should be. Well, sorry guys.
Yeah, you didn't tell nobody, so we sit here drafting. You're drafting all these tight ends, and no one understands why.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I told you guys. I was like, make sure y'all see this shit.
I think, one of the things we talk about with linebackers, and it's been our Achilles heel, is you're finding more and more of them are good against the run, but they struggle against the pass. And when you talk about, if you can have 2 pass catching tight ends, who are they lined up with? Either a safety or a linebacker. And if they can expose the linebacker and get open, it's kind of like a little bit what the Eagles did a couple of years ago with Ertz and Goddard. And one of those 2 guys could be open and really stretch the field and hurt the defense. So that's not a bad philosophy that you have.
I think, and that's what that's how I think. I think that's exactly. If teams thought that same way, it'd be ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like it, and that's why we picked up a tight end. What it was in the fourth, I think. But Bates, we picked up Bates.
Mhm.
Like I'm hoping that they're trying to develop him into a threat just alongside Thomas, because we re-upped on Thomas too this offseason. So
Mhm.
all right, let's move on. That says more about Scott Turner not utilizing De'Ami Brown. I don't know what he's referring to.
We were talking about how De'Ami Brown's not on the field a little bit ago.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where we don't know. You know, we don't. Why isn't he on the field? Why isn't he getting the ball more? You know, like you said perfectly. What is he doing or not doing in practice that is affecting his play?
You think maybe it's because it's not in their game plan to have these type of wide receivers like in the lineup? Like I know we're talking about Brown, but it's possible they feel the same way about Harmon and AGG.
Well, the common denominator with Brown and with AGG is when they came out of college, they were called raw, meaning that they really had some refining being done. And I think when that usually happens, I equate that to route running, you know, and the fact that AGG was bigger than the guys he was up against, and so you could throw it up there and you could out physical them for the catch. And De'Ami Brown was faster than a lot of times, and he could, you know, the routes he had to run in North Carolina, or even if he was getting the ball handed off to him, he could just use his speed as his weapon. Whereas, you know, they were talking in the broadcast about how much Terry has worked on his route running to be a perfectionist with it. They talked about one of the routes he made, and they were just raving about it. It was Riddick and Greasy. And Terry was already a good receiver before this year. You know, he's still perfecting his craft. So my assumption is always that if a player's not on the field, it's because it's a trust factor. And does he know the playbook, and does he run it properly so that quarterback will know where he's going to be? I don't know how much in our offense that we run all those timing plays beyond Terry, but that's kind of always been my assumption as to why someone's not playing as much as I think they should.
I disagree with that. I don't not disagree, because I think it may be trust, but I think it also is that they may not just fit that offense right then and there. And honestly, and to me, I think that means Scott Turner needs to open up his repertoire for play calling, because honestly, if you have you have the different players, you need to develop them to excel and everything like that. Maybe they're just stuck on what they are calling, and AGG and let's call it the way it is. AGG and Harmon are pretty much the same wide receiver, and it doesn't fit their offense. And to me, I agree with what you're saying is trust, maybe route running, this and this and that, but maybe they Washington's playing small ball, and you got two big guys playing that can play big ball, and it just doesn't mesh well. And I think that still falls on the coordinators and the coaches to me.
So then, what do you think about when Nate asked this?
Is y'all safe? Yeah, it's safe. Nepotism is a bitch, man. Like, it is safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, until I think Ron Rivera is too chummy about his guys, man. I really do. I don't think he can be like, yo, you're effing up. You're effing up, bro. Like, what the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, it takes real big balls to admit you did something wrong and fire a coordinator in the middle of the year. I think that shows a lot right there. Like when the Giants did that to Garrett, bro, like that's to me that shows that you admitting that you did something wrong and you're trying to switch something up, but we're not losing games. So his job's safe right now.
That's a great point. Yeah, no, and there is a loyalty factor. You're so right with that, and who Ron brings in, and he is going to show some loyalty. I guess, I mean, and we got into this a couple weeks ago. I don't think Scott's doing anything that deserves him to not be retained.
Right.
I don't mind him as the coordinator right now, and I think he's still since this is the theme of our show when evaluating people is at times in an incomplete grade because he hasn't had the players this year. I mean, he had a quarterback who was on one leg last year, and then we bring in these weapons and they get hurt, and so he hasn't had a chance to really utilize everybody, which is what gets me very excited about the upcoming next couple games here as players are coming back getting healthy to see what do we show when we have our full roster and what they anticipated going into the season.
Good point, bro. Very, very, very good points. I'm excited too. Definitely excited for us getting more healthy and everything like that. But having injured guys isn't an excuse to me. I don't think it's an excuse, period. Just it's a part of the game, and part of being a coach or coordinator is to adjust fire and that do the best you can with what you got. I know this isn't war, but and I'm talking all war talk and everything like that, but you need to adjust fire and to what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be fuck this plan. I got to do what's best for right now. Adjust fire. And every other coach in the league doesn't use, I didn't have all my players to do this, they don't use that as an excuse for how bad they're doing. They just have to own it.
Don't you remember that slogan from Deshawn Jackson when he joined us in 2013 and we weren't good? You can't do you can't do extraordinary shit with average people when the offense was terrible. Posted that on
Instagram. I don't remember that at all.
I think about that all the time when I'm like, wait, you can't trust, we don't have players, we got, I love the guy, DeAndre Carter running routes, out there. And I'm like, you can't have extraordinary expectations with ordinary shit at people out there.
That is so true though. But you're absolutely right. That's funny actually.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. But I think that that's for players, not coaches and coordinators. I think that's more for players that makes sense to me, but for coaches and coordinators, it's their jobs to put these players in situations where they'll excel at. I sound redundant every time I say that, and I'm I'm saying the same shit every week, but it's so true to me. It's so true. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
All right.
All right. Should we move to like it, love it, hate it? How long we got? Should we go an hour on topic number one? All right.
Yeah, right.
We got 2 loyal listeners right now. I bet you it's Nate and Sean.
Yeah, John dipped out.
Yeah,
probably.
Man, John dipped out. We didn't even get a chance to talk kickers.
Oh. Get your boy back on, Sean. All right, so let's jump. You want to do Logan Thomas and Curtis Samuels?
I think we did a little bit of that.
Okay. So
what about the next one?
That's kickers.
Let's do it.
All right. No, it's not showing. There you go. Kicker issues. Sly got hurt, and Washington signed Brian Johnson off of the Bears practice squad.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. It's like we're doing this again. It's we finally got a kicker who was like lights out. I don't think he'd miss a kick. He hadn't missed an extra point. Oh wait, he got one blocked. He got one blocked on Monday night. Yeah, so, and it's like, and then he busts his hammy running after the guy. I think, well, part of this, and here you go, Nate. If you still pay attention, is why are we going after this guy on the Bears roster when the Ravens have a guy who was like lights out in preseason once again, as we keep talking about, learning from Justin Tucker. And I feel like, didn't we say a guy like, was it Josh Lambo is a free agent? So I'm a little bit surprised, especially since he got hurt on a Monday, and we had a guy signed by Tuesday afternoon. So
like,
in 12 hours.
They like, it's like they didn't even like research at all. They were like, Well,
I'm gonna go glass half full here and say like they knew who they were wanted to get next, maybe, because like how do they know to get this guy without any tryouts? Like, we just said, pluck, you're our new kicker for the next 3 weeks. So I don't know. I don't have that high hopes. I'll be honest on this one. He was 8 of 8 in the preseason with the Saints this past year, but he missed 3 of his extra point attempts. So I don't know what that means.
Wait, who you're talking about? Brian Johnson?
Brian Johnson, yeah, he was with the Saints this preseason. He went 8 of 8 on field goals, but missed all 3, or not all 3, but missed 3 extra points.
Oh, is he a young guy or what?
Don't know that.
Okay.
But I do know, for some reason, this team, either we love ex-Panthers or we love local players. He kicked at Virginia Tech, and I think he went to Gonzaga High School, whereas like Chris Blewett went to like West Potomac or someplace in Springfield. So like I want to let them know, hey guys, we don't have to go to Carolina for next player, and we don't have to pick the local kid just to come in and play kicker for us. We can use all 50 states. It's okay.
Yeah, so I mean, this should have been like it, love it, or hate it for us, because honestly, I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I think when you have the chance, if you have the chance, you go and get someone with experience, especially when you're trying to make a run. And this is something that is important, because I'm trying to tell you, when you're making a run, you're about to go into division games, and like everything matters right now, and you're just throwing, like, it's like you're basically saying maybe he's good, maybe he's not. I think they may be thinking too strategically right now instead of more like logically, if that makes sense. So I think they're like, so strategically, I really feel Ron Rivera is thinking front office wise whenever he's thinking strategically and trying to get these players that nobody knows of, nobody heard of, or anything like that. And then he's like, I'm trying not to get the cap, so maybe it's like a cap issue or something like that. But no, he just needs to be like, okay, think logically and be like, we need a kicker that's not going to lose games for us, because I guarantee you, this is probably another Blewett right here. This is probably another Blewett right here, and it's going to bother me, bro. It really is. You said that there was a player on the Ravens. I don't know his name. The backup kicker for the Ravens. I bet you they have him protected on their practice squad. So that's why we couldn't get him.
That's a good point. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Who's this here? I can't see who's asking. Sign Cody Parkey. Are you able to see?
Yeah, give me a second. That's John Lenny. He came back.
Oh, you back. John, you like Cody Parkey? Tell us more.
Yeah,
I gotta hear more.
Yeah, okay. He said, if we keep Sky around them, my board around these. John B. Oh, that's one. Okay. He said he's kidding. No, legitimate. Like we need. Like I think Lambo would have been a great pick. You know, he's not lights out, but I don't think he'll miss any 40, 45 yard field goals. You know what I'm saying? So like that, and that's right there is what you don't want. You don't want them missing those for sure. Like you don't want us to make 50 yards down the field just for you to miss the field goal. That will drain the momentum out of this team. And we got a lot of momentum. We really do. And like that will just mess things up. So this, especially nobody's heard of Brad Johnson since he played for the Redskins when he was our quarterback. So
So here's what we can do though. He needs to be wearing number 14. So all those fans can pull out their jerseys out of their closets and show up to FedEx Field with their Brad Johnson jerseys. And I think at that time, since we had Trey Johnson on the team, it even says B. Johnson on most of those jerseys. They can dust them off the closet and wear them again. This could work out well.
It's perfect.
I know. I need to go on eBay and get a new jersey.
Those old school jerseys. Oh,
I hope my wife heard me say that. I hope she heard me say that. I need another jersey.
How many you got right now, bro?
I think 3 or 4. I got to put one or two back on eBay because I got one where he said it was an XL. It fits like a medium. Oh. I was like, what? What is this?
He's like flexed on it.
Yeah, so I gotta put that back out for someone else to have. I have right before the draft, since Chase Young wore number 2, a lot of people thought he'd wear 92, so I ran out and got an Albert Hainsworth jersey. So that on the draft night, we were on a Zoom with some friends, and I was like, here we go, got my Chase Young jersey. And then they're like, we can see it says Albert Hainsworth through the back there.
Hey, did I tell you that I got a Chase Young Redskins jersey?
Yes, you did. Yes, and I'm jealous.
I want to take it to the game so bad, but I'm like, I don't trust nobody around this mug.
No, when they see Redskins written right here, people might grab that off you.
You know what I'm saying? Sean knows I ain't no punk though, so he knows there's gonna be a whole bunch of people asleep grabbing on my jersey. All right, let's move on. Okay. Oh, do you want to talk about the kicker issue? Why we didn't go for
Yeah, what do you think? You were there. What was happening in the stands? We can kind of hear what we heard on the broadcast. Would you have gone for a kick?
To me, it's not high. There's not a high probability of us making that kick. One, and you pointed this out to me that I didn't even know, or it's not that I didn't even know. I just didn't even calculate it into my perspective. Real quick, Sean, this is what Sean said. Haha, if they go after abs, he's taking a bunch of them with him.
Yeah, probably.
I'm taking everybody with me. All right, so the kicker situation. One, you pointed this out. This is another reason why this wouldn't happen. Trustway is he's not left-handed, but a left-legged,
Left-footed.
left leg. He's left-legged, so you just don't throw anybody else out there to be a placeholder. Placeholding is it takes practice, and like I said on Facebook, if you don't practice placeholding, you're not going to run the. You're not going to be playing. You're not going to be prepared to take over. And like people are just like, Tress Wade couldn't kick a 20-yard field goal. Obviously, you know that's what they wanted to do, but they probably were well prepared for fourth down situations than they were for backup kicker, backup placeholder. And there's also a timing issue that no one wants to factor in. If everyone paid attention to the preseason, we did not make any field goals because of timing issues between our new long snapper and his kicker. And even though that it didn't work out with Dustin Hopkins, that was the issue in the preseason, is that their timing was not the same. It was off. And I just don't understand people that are complaining, bitching, arguing that they should have kicked the field goal when they can't make a field goal themselves. One, two, that is just that they don't even understand that football is about being prepared for a situation. And I'm trying to tell people that there's no way that they're prepared for this, their kicker getting hurt. You know, it's just, and then keep in mind, they just had a kick blocked, but then all of a sudden everyone's arguing kick a field goal with a backup kicker, backup placeholder. It's just naturally anybody would be gun shy. And it's you have to also add in the factor that it was a close game. I understand if we had like maybe 7 to 10 points on them, but we didn't. There was no way for us to, because they would have. What if they blocked it again? Now they're back in the damn game. And is that what we really want? No. You guys have to think when y'all say this stuff, man. Understand football is like, y'all really can't sit there and expect things from backup people, especially when they're not prepared for it.
You said it so well. You said it so well. And I listened to Sports Talk the day after on Tuesday, and so many fans were coming in saying, we couldn't make the 20-yard field goal. First off, what you said it's so correct about game situation. We just had a blocked field goal return for a touchdown, and we were leading by 8 points, right?
Yeah.
You know, so yes, a field goal would put it out of range there. But we also, you don't get it on fourth down and you're trusting your defense. Whereas if you get the field goal blocked, who knows where they get the ball, or even if they return all the way again, So it's all about that and preparation. So Tress Way, and this should be like the trump card for everyone because we didn't know this at the time, but he got interviewed after the game, and he's so colorful and fun. And he said when he had to kick off in his head out there, I said, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Okay, I got to kick it. So if he was saying that about a ball that's sitting there stationary on a tee, what do you think in his mind is going on something that is going so fast on kicking? Can he make a 20-yard field goal? Yes. Can he make a 20-yard field goal in that situation with defenders coming or diving at him to block it? I don't know about that. And I think like you said, going for on fourth down it makes more sense. And there was a time, one of the drives, I think we had a penalty, and Heineke looked over the sidelines and Ron told him, we're going for 2 here. So basically what he was telling, not like going for a 2-point conversion, but he was saying we've got 2 plays here. So be smart with where you're throwing this on 3rd down because we're going for it again. You know, so basically you don't have to get it all right now. You can get a 5-yard pass and we'll make it up. And that's exactly what they did. You know, and then they scored a touchdown, but the refs didn't want to give it to us because Vegas wants better numbers and better ratings. But sure, that's besides the point. So.
Well said, man. Well said. Like it's like you're absolutely right. The pressure of the people don't add the pressure of the game into how they think about what should be done. And that is so important, guys. Like I can't stress that enough, is that the pressure and then barely, I'll say barely at the most practicing backup kicker, backup placeholder, like barely practicing that, and then just like you said, just previously got blocked. So, and if you really think about it, it just got blocked before and ran back. Like, you know what I'm saying? What if he went for a field goal, it got blocked, and he ran it back for a touchdown? It's not 2 points this time. It's a touchdown this time. Now it's a different ball game.
Yep. Well, so it looks like I'm wondering if this is John. So he said he understands the holder situation. He believes it's a valid concern. It's worth noting, although I don't think many 22-yard field goals get blocked, like even fewer than 33-yard extra points. I don't know the stats, so I can't argue against you. The only thing I can say is the coaches will know best than all of us what they felt comfortable with or what the players felt comfortable with. Like we said, Tressway was kind of freaking out about it, just a kickoff. Maybe he's like told Rob, like, yeah, I'll do it, but what's this? And even if he misses from 22 yards, Seattle has to drive 75 yards to tie the game, provided they don't return it.
But they literally, when we missed the touchdown, they drove it that damn far anyway. So what are you talking about? like it. You act like it's Russell Wilson, bro. Yeah. Like for real. And then you have to realize how Washington plays when it's like the last 2 minutes of the game. They play soft.
Yeah.
So soft. So it's not. So basically, Russell Wilson will find a way to go down the length of the field, even though, and he just did it there. So this point right here, I don't understand. I don't understand what your point is. They would still have to go 75 plus yards. He did go 75 plus yards to make a touchdown afterwards. So what is the point here?
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we've belabored the kicking situation quite a bit here. Let's see. So we're going to move on to our next segment. I guess I'll be going solo for right now. Ab will be right back, I'm sure. But the next segment, it's our longest running, is Like It, Love It, or
Hated It.
Thank you. Came back just in time. So it looks like the very first topic under Like It, Love It, Hate It is the last 10 minutes of the game and how we played it. Ab, let's start with you. What did you think of that, the last 10 minutes?
So honestly, this was a telltale sign for me. And honestly, this will probably be a little short because it gets right to the point. This is how we're going to play football now, guys. We're going to play, like the last 10 minutes showed like we had a lead. And what we're going to do is run the ball to make sure that we run out the clock and depend on our defense if they get the ball back. So we just discussed how Antonio Gibson had 29 carries. 29 carries means we're control of the clock. And honestly, that is so perfect. It really is. It's like it's very hard to come back under pressure, and when you're actually hurried to actually go down the field under 2 minutes. Even though it's hard, it's still it's possible. But we did this with Tampa Bay, and it was phenomenal. That, like, what was it, 19 plays, and we took up literally the whole quarter just doing that, and it was a thing I haven't seen from this team in a while. And honestly, the strategy was awesome. And that's another thing that I didn't see in a while, is that this strategy is it's a high probability of winning when we do this. And to me, I like it, and especially with a quarterback that's so. So I'm with it, guys. This is how we're going to play football from from now on. We get a lead, and then in the fourth quarter, we're running the ball and holding on to the ball and making sure that we get this W.
Yeah, I think this is the way they've wanted to have the team set up. I mean, I think they wanted ball control. You know, we talked about preseason. What was our strength of the offense? It was our running backs. You know, let's feed the strength, and then we can be developing our passing game. So I think it definitely, like you said, is correct. We're not going to have a sexy offense right now. You know, we're not going to be that three, 4 plays down the field and we've got a touchdown and when we're ready to go, kick off again. We're going to be methodical. What I didn't like about, maybe it wasn't necessarily the last 10 minutes, but it was the third quarter and even part of the fourth and this is where I'm going as a guy I praise. I got really frustrated watching our play calling when we had 3 straight drives that we got stopped on third down, third and short on handoffs, and we couldn't get the first down. I think back to Doc Walker. He used to always make this phrase here during the games, and it's kind of crude what he says, but in a game like this, the last 10 minutes you have to lead, he would get on the broadcast and say, "This is where you step on their neck," and essentially what he's saying is put the game away here.
Yeah.
And we had opportunities to put the game away several times because while it was a 1-score, 1 touchdown, 8-point game, it felt like it was like 28-7. At least that's how I felt. Like we're dominating this game. Seattle's offense is terrible. Like, I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about us losing this game. But we just couldn't put them away. And obviously, yes, the kicker situation played into it because we could have kicked a field goal with a healthy kicker and moved on. But I was frustrated with 3 straight handoffs that the defense was stopping on 3 consecutive drives. And I feel like we've got a quarterback who's mobile. Why aren't we doing some RPO? Why aren't we doing some play action? Heck, why aren't we doing a boot? So if the whole defense is keying up on our running back and stopping him, why aren't we doing something else to throw a wrinkle into it? Because I hate it. We kept giving them a chance. Obviously, it didn't turn out to anything, but I was frustrated with Turner on that. Because like I said, we kept giving them a chance to get the ball back.
No, you're not wrong. It was pretty bad. Like they get too cautious and go bland all of a sudden. So honestly, I think before the last 3 games, they've been bland as shit just in regular play calling. But honestly, they just reverted back to just the end of the quarter and the end of the fourth. And that's when they get really, really bland in their play calling. It's like they're not trying to win. They're trying not to lose. And there's a difference, guys. And honestly, it's just I think you need to play to win all the time. And it's not just the beginning of the game. All the time you need to play to win. So it's a very big difference, just like you said, Will. It really is.
Yeah. Here's a good point. Sean says right here, You know, like he was talking about what you said. We literally took up 8 minutes of the clock, drove the length of the field, and came away with a touchdown review, which I thought he caught it. I thought he had his hands underneath it.
Me too.
Enough. And I was really surprised if they called it a touchdown on the field. How often do they reverse that? Refs don't seem to like correct themselves these days.
Well, they can't, and so they call touchdown on the field, but to me, I don't even think the video showed that he didn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that is the rule essentially. The rule is if the video has to be clear cut. The video shows that the opposite of what is called on the field, and it wasn't. It wasn't.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I literally was like, well, I mean, we celebrated. Sean had that Logan Thomas text. I mean, I was just like, all right, well, we got this. That's a good win. And then, you know, when they say the call on the field is reversed, what?
It really seemed like they were trying to have Seattle win. Like, honestly, like, they reversed that call. They reversed the call with the onside kick. Like, it just seemed like.
Listen here. Vegas moved Seattle +2 on Monday. So, yeah, you're darn right there. The refs didn't call that a touchdown. They gave Russell Wilson every opportunity to score and fix that game.
And if if Fuller didn't get that interception, they probably would have called pass interference or something like that. And
see? Feed the conspiracy. Let you breathe that in.
I'm feeling the conspiracy, bro. I really am.
But that's you bring up a great point, though. I mean, that interception by Fuller was a phenomenal play because he was with his guy and then he let the safety take him. Cam Curl's right there, so he peeled off his guy. Because whoever was covering DK, I think it was Danny Johnson, he was beat. DK was no. Whoever he was throwing to, Fuller was covering DK, and he let him go and stayed right in the middle because whoever that throw was intended for, I can't remember who it is, he saw it coming and he anticipated it. I mean, that was a huge play by someone who's starting to play a lot better. But we've given Kendall Fuller a lot of crap for playing as bad as he has.
Comment. To be fair, the onside kick went Washington football's way. To me, if it went our way, then they wouldn't have re-kicked it. So because Seattle recovered the ball. So I didn't have the broadcast because I didn't know this. So apparently the new rule was that as of last year maybe was you cannot have somebody in the hashes other than the kicker. Right. And that's where they were because they're trying to keep it even on both sides to eliminate, odd man crashes. And that's what we got bailed out on is their guy was when he did he went to his right, then he kicked it left. Their guy was sitting in the between the hashes. And so they had to re-kick it, which I had no idea. They threw a penalty. I'm like, what are you calling a penalty on here? But to me, now I'll repeat what I said. To me, it just wouldn't have been what I'm saying. The game probably would have been over for me. Give the ball to Washington where the penalty happened, and then we'll kneel until the time runs out. I don't think you should because again, you're basically saying try again, Seattle. Try again to see if you get an onside kick. And that to me is you're still giving them another chance to do it. So
I hear you.
So
what doesn't make sense to me about the rules is if you have illegal touching. So if you go down and touch it before the 10 yards, the kicking team is penalized and the other team gets the ball. Why is it if you're lined up, you get to re-kick? What's the difference in their ruling as to what's a re-kick and what's not?
Right. What they say if was it the 10 second drawn out rule or something like that they do? If there was a penalty, I forget, but just I don't
10-second runoff, you mean?
Yeah, the 10-second runoff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's funny to me also. So I don't know, and it's just I just didn't like the whole. It was just too damn close at the end, and it just gave me a heart attack and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was unnecessary. But at the same, one thing too. What Washington should teach their guys on the kickoff, the players kicking off, or the team kicking off, has to wait 10 yards before the ball comes over. You don't have to wait 10 yards in order to go for the ball. And they did it twice.
So the replay was great on this. So the linebacker, Jordan Kunasik, I can't pronounce his last name, the ball was bouncing, and his role is to block the guy coming so the guy behind him can get it. But the ball's bouncing to him, and he literally ducks and let the ball go right over his back because he didn't just want to go, whoop. I saw this and I was like, what are you doing?
And that's what blows my mind is, and honestly, people question what I know and everything like that. I know that much. I know that, like, if the ball, like, to me, I made this argument in one of the groups that we all share and everything like that, is that if you don't know the rules, it's hard for you to be great at a sport. And to me, and that's what makes Peyton Manning so good to me, Tom Brady so good to me. They know the rules like they're a coach on the field. And to me, it's mind-blowing that these guys, they're like, and again, a situation that they practice don't know this one, like this onside kick rule. So I don't know. It bothers me. It really does.
Yeah, look at Sean saying that Dan Snyder gets a gift from the NFL gods. If only we had an owner that people liked, that we would get things going our way.
I wish.
So let's see here. What's the next like it, love it, hate it? 3-game win streak. Let's see here.
Duh. I like it, love it.
I think that brings in another one of these right here.
Yes, sir. You're learning, Will. You're learning how to use this now.
I figured it out. I got all the controls now.
Okay. 3-game win streak. Definitely doing awesome. Honestly, I love it. It puts us back into playoff contention. Right now, we hold the 7th place in the playoffs. We went from 12 to 7, guys. That's how big of a deal this win was. So, like, pay attention. Now we control our own destiny. If we win out, we win the division. I think, let me say that again for people in the back. If we win out, we win the division. And you guys are talking about, well, Dallas is this, Dallas is that. If we win out, that means we face Dallas 2 times. And guess how many games back we are on Dallas? 2. So if we went out and we beat Dallas twice, we'll have a better record. Even if we tie them, we'll have a better record than them, and we win the division. So, guys, pay attention. And I'm not saying we need to win every single game, because we don't. We still hold our own destiny right now. That's the significance of this. We're in the 7th place right now. 7th place gets into the playoffs, and right here, right now, that means we just need to do somewhat decent the rest of the year, and we're making the playoffs.
Well, and I'm looking here. So I was looking at the Dallas plays Thursday night. I think they've got, I think it's in New Orleans they've got it. They've got some easy games. So I was like, oh, they're going to win. But I think if I saw correctly, so they've got all this COVID going on in Dallas, and I think they might have, is it Ben McAdoo is going to be their head coach on Thursday night? Mr. Gross mustache, slick back hair. He looks like a sex offender as an NFL head coach. I couldn't stand that guy in New York. It's disgusting.
Wait, he's going to be their head coach?
So apparently he's been a consultant for them.
Right.
Because Mike McCarthy's out. I guess there's other coaches. So he's going to come down and be their head coach.
I didn't think it was going to be head coach. I thought they got the guy from the Falcons to be their head coach.
And Quinn, that would make sense. But let me see here real quick. I thought I just read it before the show started.
Yeah, I saw that they were going to bring him down to be a coach.
Oh, okay.
Not the coach, the head coach.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, to assume a coaching role for Saints game. All right. So I might have gotten myself ahead of myself.
But the Falcons guy is still pretty bad.
Yeah. Dan Quinn as a head coach, not too good. Not too good. But staying on topic, I'm digressing a little bit. No, you're right. I mean, 3-game win streak. It's like we said. Can we put ourselves in a position to make a run? Sean said it week. He woke up on December 1st, all excited, and he said, "Why? Because it's December and we're playing meaningful football." You can't ask for much more than that. All right, let's see here. All right, so there was a story this is a rumor that came out here. So basically, we said name drops: Commanders versus Red Wolves. Did you have a chance to see the rumors or see the things?
Well, I sent. So you brought up the tweet of the Commanders one, and I brought up the one that said Red Wolves. So that means you can't trust shit out there, y'all. Yes. So yes. So to me, like, honestly, it's still up in the air. But literally, so the tweets that we're talking about is someone claiming to have a source inside of like Nike or New Era, and basically they're saying that they are mass producing Commanders or Red Wolves gear for Washington, and that they're putting that out onto the pages, on the Washington football pages and everything like that. And I'm like, man, you guys are really trying to freak people out here. But you're like, to everybody that's paying attention, like that's actually listening, we all know that means you can't trust these words that's being put out right now. We began the season, we began our shows basically telling you guys that Washington will come out with a name in early 2022. And now people are trying to cash in on that. So early 2022 is a few weeks away, guys. So just pay attention. It's coming soon. So we'll have our names soon, guys.
Yeah, and I mean, it's easy to trust these because I'm pretty sure in this situation, no reporter is going to, if they find out what the name is, I don't think it's going to leak that way. I think they're going to give the team the chance to announce it. So the only way to really find this out is if there's some type of like uniform that gets noticed or something like this, a production of hats. So it's a great story. It's a great enough to get us all excited. If I had though to pick between the two, I mean, we keep saying it's like, I'm preparing myself for it to be Commanders. I don't want it to be, but I'm preparing myself for it. But I did right before the show. I read something, and I'm gonna try and listen to it. So apparently, longtime Washington reporter Rick Snyder he said it a week ago, and he said it again, I guess today, that there will not be a team name of the Wolves, and the reason being is they're running into trademark issues. Not saying that he's heard from them that they can't get this because of trademark, but because either it's Arkansas, or he even said the Minnesota Timberwolves have a whole bunch of trademarks on the name Wolves, and trying to get one of those is going to be a challenge. I got to listen to him about this. And I do like Rick Snyder. I don't think he ever says anything that he's not like in agreement with or feels like it's vetted. But I can't see Daniel Snyder making, if he's a part of a lifetime change of a franchise, being concerned about trademarks or money or anything. Like I can't see that being a reason why we say trademark's going to be tough to get that. We probably shouldn't go with Red Wolves. Let's go Commanders instead. Like I don't think he'd do that.
I hate that. That's like, to me, so I guess I look at it differently. I think Dan Snyder's more stubborn than that. And I think he's more like Jerry Jones than I think we all don't want to admit to, but I think he thinks money solves everything. So to me, like, even if it's a trademark with like what the Timberwolves, how much to come up off of those Timberwolves names and everything like that. I don't think he would accept defeat that easy. Like I don't know. That's just me. So that's just I'm praying that that's how he is. I'm praying that he's that conceited and everything like that, to just be like, money will solve everything. How much can I give you to make this go away?
It's been his MO as owner. That's what he's done.
So
I agree. It's like if there's one thing about Snyder, if there's two things at one point, and now they stopped, was he's going to outspend everyone for his team, but they've kind of changed that in free agency. But is he really going to let his not get a name because of money, because of trademark? I'm with you. I find that hard to believe.
Right. So I'm just hoping that he stays true to himself and acts the same way when it comes to this name, and not just be like, well, Commanders is affordable. No, I don't want to hear none of that shit.
No.
Just
I agree.
Yeah, that's all.
Just don't make it Commanders.
Right. All right, moving on.
Yeah. You doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on. Preview to Las Vegas versus Washington. Go ahead, bro.
All right. So Raiders are an interesting team. They started out 3-0. They go on like hot streaks. They go up and down. They're hot and cold. So they started out 3-0, lost 2. Then they won 2 in a row, and then they've lost 3, and then they lost 3 in a row before they just beat the Cowboys. But part of that was because they lost their head coach, when they were kind of trying to find their identity, with the new guy taking over. And, as much as a POS as we're finding out that Gruden was, he probably, did have some knowledge there and have a good pulse on his team, and he was building something there. So losing him certainly has been a detriment for him. They're a dangerous team. They have the ability to score. Derek Carr, who we kind of poo-pooed this offseason, I'm like, would you trade a second-round pick for Derek Carr? I might come back and say, yeah, I would have. If I'd known that he would play this way, yeah, I would have.
He played this way last year, bro.
Did
he? Yeah, he was good last year. He is literally the most underrated player in the league. Like, people shit on him, but this dude is constant 4,000 yards. Like, he was one of the better quarterbacks last year.
Well, I'd say, you're right. Because he's already at 3,400 yards, and it's December 1st. Like, he's having himself a good year. They've got a running game. Jacobs, is at 400, so he's probably a little down from what he did last year, but he's still capable. But what I see from them and where I get a little bit concerned for us on defense is their offense. They've got a slot guy, Hunter Renfrow, that leads the team in catches. Legit. They've got a tight end, who is I'm not sure if he got hurt against Dallas, so I don't know if Darren Waller is going to be able to play.
He's doubtful.
That helps us out because the tight end could kill us. They've got South Carolina boy Brian Edwards, who's a better pro than he was in college. And then did you see the Redskins killer Deshaun Jackson with his touchdown catch against the Cowboys, where he took the slant and all the way? So Deshaun Jackson's back with the Raiders.
Did I see that play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, man, now we got to go up against Deshaun again. Like, I thought we got over that when he left and went to the Rams. And then now we got to go face him. So I'm a little worried about Deshaun Jackson, not going to lie. But also their defense. You know, they've got Ngakoue with 8 sacks, Crosby with 5 sacks and pressures. So they're a formidable opponent. And it's hard to see. Like, they've been on the downswing, but have they figured things out? Because they've got the players to be a good team and make this really difficult on us.
So Derek Carr is not the issue. So I just wanted to say that, like, a lot of people are down on him. I do not think he's the issue. He's never been the issue there. It's his supporting cast. And he talked about the issues. Renfro is a legitimate player, guys. And, like, honestly, and he throws to him like 10 times a game, like literally 10 times a game. And we'll talk about this later on how how we're going to win this game. But they got Josh Jacobs, legitimate running back, top 10 running back, and Renfro. He'll probably make the Pro Bowl this year, honestly, and he might be undrafted. I want to say, not too positive, but the dude is good. The dude is good, especially after Ruggs left. So this team is good, but they're inconsistent, and we either can cash in on that or we're going to get blown out. Like, it's not even something in the middle. It's one of the two, and it's just I just like you, Will. You're talking about Deshawn Jackson. I'm scared of the long ball. And when I say this guy throws the long ball effortlessly, that's who I envision a good quarterback. That's what I want for Taylor Heineke. Like this, like the way he flicks the ball is like it's no effort. And it's comparable to, and I'll even say this, and I'll say it proudly. It's comparable to Aaron Rodgers, how he just throws the ball down the field and like 60 yards down the field like it was nothing. And this guy has it. And he's underrated, and he could do damage, guys. And I'll tell you the truth, he is not the reason why this team is in flux. It's definitely everything else, i.e. defense. So, tough game, guys. Tough game.
Yeah, no, I agree. So let's see here then. Do you have keys? I don't.
Jingling, 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 jingling. Keys to victory.
You want to go first?
I'll go. Keys to victory here. Honestly, one, play like we've been playing, running the ball and letting our defense handle it. You know what I'm saying? Do not give Derek Carr time to pass the ball. Literally get to him 2.5 seconds. And that is essential. I think you need to pick if they still have Leatherwood in on the offensive line, you need to target that man, because that's who they were shitting on all the time is Leatherwood. He's a rookie. Honestly, make it a bad day for him and just get to Derek Carr. I think you need sacks to get Derek Carr to get his attention and everything like that. I think you need to double team Renfro. The guy, like I said, he's legit. And honestly, that is Derek Carr's go-to now that Waller is out, most likely out. So you need to double team Renfro and force him to throw to everybody else. I I don't say I do not say deep throw to Deshawn Jackson. I don't think that's a high probable catch, even though they do work out well. I don't think you double team Deshawn Jackson. You do double team Murthrow, and you force Derek Carr to use all the other wide receivers to beat you. And Edwards, I don't even know. There's one more guy I had on my mind, but I forget. But that's what you need to do.
Yeah, I think you brought up some great points. When it comes to if we need to target Leatherwood, we've got the two guys to do it. Allen and Payne, and coming right up the gut, because I'm pretty sure he's a guard. So let's get some pressure in Derek's face. I agree with you. I think we need to take away one of their two options on offense, and I think we have a better chance of taking away the run game than we do the pass game, based on how our defense plays. So if we can remove that as an option for them and have them focus more on passing, like you said, if we can focus on Renfro, we can control some of the others. But I think if we don't win this game, it's going to be because he torches us in the pass game. On offense, with their two bookends, Ngakoue and Crosby, I'm a little nervous about our two tackles, especially, we got Lucas going up again. He's played pretty well, but I'm a little nervous about those. And I think we need to be relying on the run game and short, quick passes to eliminate them getting a chance to get there, because we've got late developing plays that Heineke has to sit on in order to go. So I think if we can do that early, we can force Heineke will get more comfortable. We can force them to make some adjustments, and then we can take our shots. But we've got to go quick first, out the gate, and not give them a chance to put that pressure on us.
Tyler Heineke can't hold on to the ball long. He really can't.
Yes.
He is notorious for that, and I think they know that too. So, he just cannot do that.
Yep.
Like these Houdini tricks that he gets out of these sacks he's been doing recently, that's not going to last, guys. It really isn't, because they're going to be like, oh, he's just ducking, and he's going to get injured. I can see it coming soon. Knock on wood. But it's just, guys, this is not sustainable, and he needs to change that. So we'll definitely see. That was good,
Yep.
Will. Good job, man. I agree with everything you said, man.
All right, so let's go to predictions.
All right, what you got?
Let's see. I think we're going to win. I actually think we need to put points up on the board, because I think they're like you said, at any point they can score, and they can score quickly. I'm going to say 24-21, Washington.
I agree with you. I think we will win. I do think we need to put points on the board also. So I'm going to say 41-31, Washington.
That'd be a fun game.
It would.
That'd be a fun game to watch.
Yes, I think we need. I really feel like that we need to put up the most points we had all year in this game in order to beat them.
I think you got a good point.
I think they're going to get their points. We just need to get more.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, fantasy.
Ugh. Let me go see here. My team was terrible. Nate whooped me last week.
Did he?
He whooped me.
So, the thing about Nate that people don't understand, Nate started off at the bottom of our fantasy league and everything. And Nate said, I had enough. And started making these drug deal trades with everybody in the league to try to make his team better. And it's working. He's actually trading with people, and he traded with me once and everything like that. But I think I got the better end of the trade tell you the truth. But these trades are making Nate's team better, and people are still continuing to trade with him. So good job, Nate.
Yeah. So I just saw how did I get Alex Madison? If I'm second to the top right now, how did I get the gonna be starting running back for the Vikings? How did no one pick him up?
I don't know if I tried to or not. I might have. Oh no, I probably didn't even try to, because I got legitimately 3 of the top 10 running backs in the league.
Yeah.
I got Swift. I got Elliott. I got Mixon.
Oh, Mixon had himself a game last week.
And I have Mitchell too from 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and my boy Debo's out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm so done. Now I gotta start T. Higgins. Come on.
See, yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be rough this week. I played Janae. I can probably release Buffalo's kicker. I don't think I need to be holding on to him anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why you hold on to. Excuse me.
Yeah, so I got crushed last week by Nate. I was doing so well, 184 to 153. I didn't have a chance even going into Monday night. I needed Logan Thomas to have a huge day, and that did not happen.
All right, so I'm not even going to pull it up because I don't even know how to show it on the screen, so I'm just going to talk.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk football. Okay, standings. We have two divisions, like I said last week. Will is still number 1, and 1 game back on Will is your boy DMV Superman. Hello. And I'm 1 game back on Will. After me is Sean, double deuces. He's 3 games back. And after Sean is Delilah. In the Dirty South, Nate is number 1 in the division with a 7-5 record. Like I said, Nate was he lost the first 3 games, guys.
Yeah.
And this boy came up,
Figure things out.
So drug deal trades. Yeah, I said drug deal trades, Nate. Yes, you did drug deal trades, bro. Sean Spencer. 21-19 Washington. That's his guess. Okay.
I like it.
And then he's shouting out to you, Will. Let's talk some trades, Will.
I don't know if I need to, because I'm just making moves right here, left and right. I think I'm retooling my team here in a second.
Sean, reach out to me. Let's see what we can do, bruh. I'm always open to try to make my team better. I need wide receivers, so you better come up off some wide receivers if you want to trade with me, bruh. All right, so Nathan Snell, number 1 in his division. The top people in each division makes the playoffs, and so that means Nate is number 1 in his division, so he's number 2 in the playoffs right now. And I think there's 2 more weeks left before the playoffs. You better kiss my ass, Sean. I ain't denying you, Cameron, he was number 1 for so long in his division, and Nathan just came up on him. He's beating them by 150 points. They're tied. Tied, but Nathan is crushing it with 150 points.
See, you know what it is? Cam is Dallas. Nate is Washington. Cam peaked early. And then here comes Nate coming in with the better roster, coming late. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Ooh, I like the analogy. Coming up behind Cameron is Janae. She was talking all that good shit at the beginning of the year, but it's not working out so well for her now. But she is only a game behind those two. So we still got 2 weeks. So anything's possible. Anything's possible. And then Nick Rosario, he's way back. Way back. Last place in that division.
Here we go. I'm trying to do this. I'm making moves.
Okay.
All right.
And that's it.
I still need a tight end. I mean, who plays with 2 tight ends? This is ridiculous.
I got some
tight ends. 10 good tight ends in the league.
I got some tight ends if you want to trade.
I got some running backs if you need something.
I have running backs, remember?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you do.
I have like 4.
Wait. There for tight ends.
Yeah, I need wide receivers. So yeah, I need wide receivers. All right. Guys, you guys have anything else for us? You have any questions you want to ask us? Let's go. Okay, Avis, I'm available. You ass, man. He said Cam is 7-5 as well. Yes, Nate, Cam is 7-5, but you're number 1 because you beat him in points. So just like if Baltimore and Cincinnati they hold the same record, it will go to the tiebreakers. So that's just the difference right now. So right now Baltimore is ahead, but if they tied, since Cincinnati beat out Baltimore, and I think they got one more time they play Baltimore, but before that happens, it will go to the tiebreaker, and that's faced head to head. And since Cincinnati blew out Baltimore, they would automatically get the number 1 seed. Make sense?
It does.
Okay. My team is fine for now. Y'all are stingy and with these trades. Yeah. You be making the dumb trades though. Honestly, I'm not. So he traded me. Marquise Brown. I gave him Marquise Brown in like a multiple player trade. And then Marquise got hurt and then had like a so-so game. And then he wanted to trade Marquise back to me.
Mm-mm.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like, and I'm like, bro, he gave me Renfro, the dude from Las Vegas.
Oh.
And so Renfro gets about 10, like, I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating. He gets 8 targets a game.
Yeah.
And he wants me to, play for player, Renfro back for Marquise.
No, there's no takesy backsies. No.
At least up in your offer. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you want to do, up in your offer. But 8 targets a game, bro, it ain't about being stingy. It's about being smart. So,
yeah, I agree.
All right, Nate. I love having fun with you. You're cool peoples, man. All right, and we're coming to the end of the show, guys. It was a great show. It lasted 2 hours. I had a good time. What you think, Will?
I did. I enjoyed it. We had a lot to talk about. It was an exciting win.
Yes. We had a good turnout of people giving us interaction. I appreciate that. I do. I really like that.
Yeah. No, I agree. Well, I gotta let you know that I may not be able to be on next Wednesday's show. So my wife, we are at 39 weeks pregnant right now. So our due date is December 9th. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm able to come join next week. I'm kind of thinking I won't be available.
No, you will not be available. That is definitely precedence, man. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, why is this the first time I'm hearing about it, bro?
Yeah, I probably haven't talked about it, yeah. So yeah. Adding number 2.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, adding number 2. Another boy to the household.
Another boy.
Another boy.
That's what's up, man. That is
Yeah.
what's up. My daughter melts my heart. Like, she melts my heart. But I love my boys. I love my boys. I really do.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun playing with them.
Yeah, it's different. Like, different type of play and everything like that. Oh my gosh. All kids are beautiful. All kids are awesome. Like, I just like, it's just something about boys, fathers and boys. It's, I don't know.
Yourself.
Yeah. A lot more so. So
Yeah.
don't come after me, people. I'm just trying to tell you perspective, okay?
Right. Fatherhood will soften you.
I love all my babies. All my babies. I love them all.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're about to head up out of here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for listening with us for this long 2 hours of Washington Football Weekly. Honestly, my man Sean wanted to be here. He's in the comments. Honestly, he wishes he was here. He'll be here next time. Honestly, Will, thank you, bro. Honestly, I'm surprised your wife put up with you and us for this long while she was pregnant. Like, tell her congratulations from us at Washington Football Weekly. We appreciate her for lending us her husband.
Yeah,
you know. So thank you everyone. Thank you, Will. I'm not gonna say eggplant. Kramer over there. My name is Abs, the shirtless wonder low. Bless you guys. Thank you so much. Hold on. I'm sorry. We got questions. No, congratulations, Will. Sean was saying it too, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations to the Kramer clan.
Mm-hmm.
And what Sean said, thanks, Trisha. She's the real MVP.
Yeah, she's been a champ.
Yeah, she definitely is. She's awesome. Thank you so much for lending us your husband, like I said. All right, family. And Nathan said it good too. Family comes first. Don't even worry about it. We'll hold it down. Honestly, you take your paternity leave like a champ, bro. You've been awesome.
I plan on it.
All right. Just make sure he supports Washington and Baltimore.
Always.
All right. Bless you guys. Thank you for attending our show. Sean will be here next week to hold it down. We'll figure out these technical difficulties within the week. So we're going to come. Me and Sean will probably do it next time. But thank you so much. Guys, take care. You have a blessed. Hold on. I'm sitting here trying to get this at the same time. Oh, wait. Before we leave, one last thing. We got to show you this awesome defensive play. That happened in the game. Okay. So this was awesome. Honestly, it's probably even better than DK Metcalf play that I was talking about before. This is some awesome defense. And honestly, I like this player. Hats off to him. Hats off for this great play.
Seed from Wilson.
Sit your ass down, boy. That's what kind of play that was, man. Great damn play.
Yep. Yes, it was. Fan of the game right there.
I loved it. You loved it too, bro?
Oh, yeah. Saw it live, and I was like, yeah, just throw his ass back there.
That was awesome. Awesome,
Yep.
awesome. All right, we're out, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for the support. Thanks for your awesome participation. We love you guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New music to fight. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.